about today's gathering is it's a gathering of different sets and categories of people. We have family represented, we have church represented, we have office, workplace represented, we have friends and families, we have neighbors, so this is like would it be right to say a buffet of people, right? So, but I will just go ahead and, so we have members of the Osaka family represented. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Yes. We also have the Alayode family greatly represented. Also, we have members of Kingsword, Ikeja represented, yes. We have people from Voice of course, I can't miss our Voice of Nigeria, ably represented. Please put your hands together. Yes, we are here. Of course, we have mentors and senior colleagues from the art community, right? Ably represented, and I'm just going to go ahead and mention some names shortly. And of course, we have our chief launcher ably represented by the MD of Momas and EPIL, represented here today, Barrister Hamed. Please put your hands together for him. We have our reviewer not represented. She's representing herself. Yes, this is a veteran in the industry. Please put your hands together for Funke Treasure. Clap well. I'm telling you, we have Timber and Caliber represented here. We also have Mr. Kunle Kasum also represented here. Oh, Channels TV. Put your hands together for him. All right. I cite Uncle Makinde. That was what we used to call him, maybe. Yes, Uncle Makinde is in the building. Please put your hands together for him. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and still call out people subsequently. But yes, we will go ahead right now with the opening prayer, and that will be taken by Pastor Akinpelu. Please put your hands together for him as he comes forward. Pastor Akinpelu. Yes, sir. Please come forward, sir. Yes, sir. Please put your hands together for Daddy.
Hallelujah. Can we stay here? Please stand up. If you are praying, let's recognize God. Thank you, Father, for this afternoon. Thank you for the journey messages. Thank you for the occasion. Thank you for an opportunity for your daughter to reveal your skill, your gift in her. Your name is blessed forever. We commit the program into your hand. Let your presence be here. Take charge, take control. And at the end of the day, Lord, we will see you through her in Jesus' name. Thank you.
All right, let's have our seat. Okay, so we all know it's a book launch, right? I'm going to bring the person taking the welcome address shortly, but I just want to ask, how many of us like to read books? Some hands are not up. Some hands are not up. Don't worry. We will induct you, Abi. Yes. All right. So for those of us who like to read, I want to ask a question. Do you remember the first book you ever read? Or maybe that left a just has that. When I say, okay, first book I read, you can quickly just pick one. There's one that comes to mind. Plenty. Chike and the River. How many of us remember Chike and the River? Okay, she remembers Chike and the River. All right, who else wants to go? The first book you ever read. Mr. Kasumu, your first book you remember? A comic. Okay. Who? Kwakwa and the kwaku and the brown. It's a yes, yes, yes. And the brown chicken. Wow. Okay. In primary school, do they still publish that book? Is this still stillborn? All right. Let's see. Aha. Yes. Things fall apart. Chinua Achebe. Yes. Okay. The young man over there. What book? Is Darasimi telling us the first book he ever read? Who? So, come forward. Come forward. Please put your hands together for him. You know, in this day and age where there is so much, you know, everybody is, all these children, they are just busy pressing phone and pressing and pressing. All right, so what's the first book you?
Tolu Piggy Bank. Tolu Piggy Bank.
Tolu's Piggy Bank. Put your hands together for him. Tolu's Piggy Bank. I don't know what that is. Darasimi, you want to try one more? Okay. All right, let's put our hands together for Mrs. Kemi Oga as she comes to give us the welcome address. Mrs. Kemi Oga. Please put your hands together for her. She said, yay.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be here today. So I wrote something to start with. I said, some voices shake the world with thunder. Others do it with whispers. Sincere, steady, and unforgettably gifted Wambundo. I had to call her yesterday to make sure that I got the pronunciation right, because we all call her Wando. And some of us call her director as well. If you know, you know. Yeah. All right. So today we are not just gathering to unveil a book. We're gathering to celebrate a voice. A voice that knows how to whisper powerfully. How to speak truth with grace. Excuse me. My apologies. How to speak truth with grace. And how to use creativity to connect hearts and mind. Right? For those who may be meeting her work for the very first time, I doubt. Wando is an award-winning drama producer, voice actor, scriptwriter, book editor, and ghostwriter. Maybe more, but yeah. She's one of those rare creative spirits whose artistry stretches across worlds, from the stage to the screen, and from the microphone to printed pages, as we'll see today. She has given countless others the courage to tell their stories through her editing and ghostwriting. Yet today, we celebrate her for telling hers. Loud Whispers is more than a title. It's a truth. It reminds us that the most powerful messages are not always shouted. Yep. Sometimes they are spoken softly, honestly, and from the heart. The book is a collection of reflections, bold yet tender, witty yet wise, that calls us to pause and think, to laugh, and maybe see life a little differently. In a world that never seems to stop talking, where noise often drowns out meaning, Loud Whispers comes with a breath of fresh air. It invites us to slow down, to listen again, to the quiet lessons in our own stories, and to the beauty of expression that doesn't demand attention but earns it. Each page carries Wando's unique blend of warmth, intelligence, and humor. Her ability to capture the extraordinary in the ordinary. That's the hallmark of her art. Whether producing award-winning dramas or lending her voice to unforgettable performances, or shaping the world of others, Wando has always known how to make meaning memorable. But today is different. Today she steps out from behind the curtains. Today it's her turn to speak, her turn to let the world hear what she has been crafting quietly, patiently, and powerfully. And through Loud Whispers, she does just that. So as we begin this afternoon of readings, reflections, and celebration, I invite everyone here to do more than listen, to truly hear, because these whispers carry strength. They carry a story. They carry the essence of a woman who has mastered her craft and still dares to explore new forms of expression. On behalf of everyone present, I want to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to her family, to her friends, to her fellow creatives, and everyone who came to share in this moment. Thank you for being part of Wanda's journey, a journey that reminds us that purpose and passion are louder than applause, and that whispers, when filled with truth, can travel farther than noise. And to you, Wando, congratulations. Your whispers have found their wings, and today they soar. Welcome everyone to the launch of Loud Whispers. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Mrs. Oga. All right. We're going to this session now where we get to, meet the author. Now, I know that we all know the author, as family members, as colleagues, as friends, but we're going to have like a few minutes, to just take a peek into her thoughts, into her mind when it comes to writing Loud Whispers. But first of all, I would want to recognize Pastor Leye and Pastor Wumi Dada. Yay! You are meant to come to the front. Please come to the front. Thank you very much. Please usher them to the front. Yep. All right, I would also want to recognize Mrs. Fash of Manners and Conduct. Please put your hands together for her. I hear manners and conduct every time from their line. I'm like, what is it with manners and conduct? Please, she's doing an amazing job. Yes, please put your hands together for her. All right, so our author is going to dance in. And let me just warn you, she is one leg old school, one leg new school. Those that know her. So there's this song that has been ringing in her head. As in she has talked about this song like forever, So I'm going to make sound. Do we have the song? Do we have the song now? Not yet. All right. So while you're getting the song, I'm going to ask, what's the most funny book title you have ever read? Funny book title. Aha. Go ahead, ma. Give me a spouse or I die. Was that written by a pastor? Oh, my word. Give me a spouse or I die. Okay. Funny titles. Ma? Kuku Baboni. What language is that? What's the book about? A boy. Fiction. Kuku Baboni. Wow. I married you. Okay. It's like the funny titles are centered around marriage. Who else? Funny title. Yes. My Sister the Serial Killer. Yes. I started that book, but I never finished it. I should go back to it. Yes. That's by Damilare Kuku. And she has a new one out now. Something about Big Bomb Bomb or something like that. Yeah. No one knows tomorrow. Only Big Bomb Bomb matter. You see, we have readers in the house. Put your hands together for yourselves. I'm impressed. Secret Life of Baba Segi's Wife. Also a brilliant book. All right. Alakpata Pata. Was that written by an Ibadan man? I should be flogged. Oh, what? Alakpata, pata. You know, interestingly, one thing I like about writers like Wole Soyinka, Chimamanda Adichie, and Ngozi Adichie, yes, that's the pronunciation, yeah. You know, so one of the things I like about these African writers is, you know, their originality. I tell people that, you know, I mean, so it's good we speak all the English and everything like that, but I always tell people, I said, a Wole Soyinka understands Yoruba, you know, very well. You know, so I don't understand when some people, when you tell them speak Yoruba, calm down. The people that won what's all the international awards, they sabi speak Yoruba, all right. So there's this title I came across, and it's marriage related. I'm looking for it because every time I see that title, I find it very funny. Something association of, I don't know if anybody has come across that book before. Association of, oh shoot, I don't know what I'm looking for. Are we ready with the music? We're ready with the music. Okay. Whilst I'm looking for the title of the book, let's have our author dance in now with the song. Are we ready with the song? Can someone just let me know? Okay. You're ready. All right, so play if you're ready. Married monitoring. How many of us know this song? All right, let's join her in the dance. Let's go. To the left, to the right. Hey, all these DJ. Olateru is the DJ. All right, let's go. To the left, to the right. Come on, to the left, to the right.
When I wake up in the morning, Lord, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something with I wanted, Lord,
Gen Z do not know this song.
on my mind. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and when someone else is staring me, always seems to know the way.
You want to sing the song? All right. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's have our seat. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Even though we didn't dance. I don't know what you... How many of us know the song? Yeah, it's an old song. It's by Out of Eden. Yeah. Yes, this version is Out of Eden, but there's a Kirk Franklin version of the song. All right, so... Number one, you are looking very, very sploofy. As in, please put your hands together for this look. And if you know Wando, you know that it must have taken mountains and... all right, so let's do a quick switch. I want you to come to this side. All right, so I was saying that if you know Wando very well, you know that it must have taken a lot of panel of judges to get her to agree to go through the process, you know, of doing makeup and all of that. But she does look beautiful, right? And it wouldn't be nice to see you look like this every day. Use your mic, please. Okay. So first of all, let's start with how does it feel being a writer? Because if you know Wando, you know that she wears the title. What title? director. Those that know, they know. You know, she wears the title director very well, and she has worn it for a very, very long time. And that title comes from, you know, the several stage plays that you have, you know, written and directed. There's Confab, there's Yeshua Not Tree, there's Gal, there is, you know, there's so many. The Polygamist, yes. You know, so how does it feel today wearing the title of an author?
Okay, first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I know there's no time for vote of thanks because I know we get to that point, you know, but I'm really so overwhelmed. I'm awed. So to answer your question, how does it feel? Oh, it feels good. I've always been a writer, so it's not like it's new. It's just that I'm now I'm now known to write in this genre. I do more, or I've been known more to write more dramas. You know, but many people do not know that I write prose. So, it feels good to be known to do something like slightly different. Yeah.
All right, so what made you pick up your pen and say, okay, I'm not writing for stage right now. I want to write a book. Did it even start as I want to write a book?
Okay, so Loud Whispers. Let me start with the title. There was a day I was to moderate a particular program. You might not remember, a very long time ago. It was actually in church. It was a couples program. So I was moderating with a friend. We were the MCs for that day. And we were moving table to table, asking couples questions. So there was this particular table with our friend, you know, and she said something about her husband, and everybody laughed. I laughed, she laughed. But you know, there's the way someone will laugh, but you know that this laughter, you know, enter. Do you understand? So I looked at her, you know. I remember saying that day, some people are whispering loudly. I just said it, you know, loud whispers, and I moved on. So in 2000, so I took a break from writing, no, not deliberately, mainly 2002, 3, 4. I was dealing with a challenge, and I couldn't do so much at that time, you know. So I struggled so much to write. If I couldn't even think of writing. I couldn't write plays. I couldn't get involved with people. People wanted me to help them do dramas. I just couldn't do anything at that point. So I remember one morning I woke up and, you know, I just heard, you know, I was just inspired by God saying, look, one day, the first time you started writing was you were writing prose. Because I'd always been writing prose. You know, growing up, I would write, my sisters are here, so they know, long notes back to back. I was just writing stories about people. So I did that for a long time. Then I stopped. Then I started writing dramas. Said, go back to writing prose. You know, so I picked up my pen. I now started looking for some of my old stories I had written, maybe 5, 6 lines, 7 lines, maybe a page. You know, so I had, this is a nice story, I can expand on it. So I started doing that. And I found out that as I was doing that, it was therapeutic for me. It wasn't as if I was getting physically better, but it was helping me mentally, you know. And I found that I kept on writing about life. I was writing about life. I was writing about life issues, you know. So when I had written quite a number, I remember calling Mary over there. She's at the back. I said, Mary, I have all these stories. I don't know what to do with them. She said, why don't you publish on IG? I said, how do they do that? You know, I said, see, I try with social media, but man, it's difficult. It's difficult. I can't keep up. The wildlife is too much, you know. She said, don't worry, I'll do it for you. And those who follow my page would have seen Loud Whispers. So that's how it came about. So she said, what will you title this collection of stories? I said, let's call it Loud Whispers. And under Mary's under Mary's flogging, because Mary was after me. Mr. Lande, you have not submitted the story today. You've not submitted the story this week. I was churning out stories back to back to back to, as in, I just couldn't even believe I could churn out that number of stories. By I think 2003, I had churned out quite a number. Yeah. You know, then afterwards I stopped, you know, with that, because of the challenge, I had to stop. And I woke up this year this morning and this year in January, and I just said, bring your stories together and publish. Bring all your stories together and publish. Do you get? And when I was going through Loud Whispers and I was looking at them, I realized that people are going through things. People are going through things. Do you get? But it's beyond. It's super. People see people smile. I remember my mom usually tell me then that she'll tell me things like, forget that this woman is looking nice. So that's my mom telling me.
Yeah.
When she goes for a party or she's invited for a party and she's honoring that party, she'll say,
Yeah.
forget that your mom is looking very nice. So this woman does not have 5 naira in her purse. So you tell me things like that. I'm like, they're staying in your house now. Why are you looking nice? You know, not realizing that at that moment she was actually whispering loudly, as in like things are really hitting me. You know. So when I started looking at my stories, I realized that when I take public transport to go to the office, I'll sit at the back and I'll be observing people. Some of the stories are some of the stories I've experienced. One of the stories there of a lady jumping out of the window or trying to jump out of the window. I saw that one live inside down full. I was looking at the woman and she was about to putting half of her head. I said, you are pulling her back in. And she was going, I said, what happened? Let's just get to the post stop first. What's your problem? You know, and I realized that so much is going on. And people are speaking, but how many of us are listening? How many of us are listening? You know? And that's the essence of Loud Whispers. That's the essence of it. How many people are listening? Do you get? And even if we are listening, are we really listening to the undercurrent? Are we listening to what they are saying in between? And just because someone is smiling doesn't mean the person really is happy.
Yeah.
How are you goes a long way for many people. If you truly really ask, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm fine might not just be the answer.
Yeah.
It goes beyond I am fine. You know, so that was it for Loud. That's how Loud Whispers came about, and that's where we are today.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about the process of writing. So, I mean, the default question will be, what were the challenges, you know, but I would want to start with what were the fun memories, you know, that you had writing this book.
Okay, so there's one particular story, I Want Muscles, one of the stories in the book. I remember that night, it was around 11 p.m. I don't know what my husband was telling me. As he was talking, I was typing away. I was typing on my phone because my phone then was my default. So I sat down on my phone, and in my head, for some strange reason, I was thinking of a rebellious bush Igbo girl who was rebelling against her mom. I don't know why I just thought about that. A bush, you know, someone that just tries to be, you get, was rebelling against her mom. I said, okay, what would she be doing? I said, okay, if I'm rebelling against my mom, how will I rebel? What will I say? You know, so I put myself in her shoes. I said, how will I say, okay, my mommy talks to me. Do I dare talk back at her? You know, I was just thinking, I was playing that in my head. I said, okay, my mommy shouted at me, I shouted at her back. My mother called me Isiodo. I looked at her, I couldn't call her Isiodo. So I beat my tongue because in my mind, no, I can't call my mother Isiodo. Head of Mota head.
If you call a Nigerian mother Isiodo, you will dome that day.
You know, so that story was fun. You know, and one of the things that struck me was I think that night I was just thinking of, all of a sudden I thought of Diana Ross. I thought of I Want Muscles, the song. I want muscles. I thought, yeah, that makes sense. Do you understand? I was like, okay, let's see what we can do. Do you get? And then I just built a story around that, about the character. Do you get? And that was one of my fun stories. As in, that was that and Oyibo Fever. The two of them made me laugh. Yeah, I found them very interesting.
All right, so let's go to the challenges. You know.
Okay, having to write stories that are real. Do you get? Sometimes it's very emotional. I remember one particular, in fact, two. Daddy No and Ines Rapper. For me, Ines Rapper, I have a friend who speaks to sickle cell, and I have a friend who is SS, who had a struggle, you know, getting married. You know, so it was real to me. I wasn't writing about the person, but because I had experienced that around me, it was easier to write about the person and write about the condition. You know, and then again, because of where I work with radio, and I've done a production on sickle cell anemia, so it was really very close to home for me, that particular story. And the fact that people don't talk about male sterility was equally another issue. Do you get? Which I had to now explore.
Okay.
Do you get? So yeah, I know in this place, in this part of the world, we don't talk about men having issues. They blame it on the woman. So I said, look, how will it look like from the man's own point of view? You know, and you know, so some stories were a bit like challenging to write in that sense to get born.
And how were you able to, because I know, and I believe we've talked about this before, we've said that sometimes an artist can be so, soaked in their work of art that it begins to like kind of affect them.
Yeah.
So did that happen to you, and how were you able to pull yourself out?
Okay, so if that is the case, then I would have been in different characters because I have like 19 stories in different characters. Do you get? So yeah, I was soaked into quite a number. I remember during the COVID period, so one of the stories, which is the Red Tape, it was initially a poem. I wrote it during COVID as a poem. And what struck me about that period was they were always talking about what they call them, essential duty.
Yeah.
I have my doctor neighbor here. And when essential duty people, nobody remember the journalists. Nobody was talking about the journalists. And it got to me. It got to me so badly because I was like, I wasn't going to work then because I was on study leave. But my husband was going to work. So I remember that he would, when he comes back, we would all give him space. He will pass like this. Do you get? He'll go to the bathroom and remove his clothes. He'll put his clothes inside the washing machine. That guy will go and take his bath. So it was difficult. And nobody was talking about those in that space. So, and at that moment, at that period too, people were talking about mental health issues. Families were breaking up, So I wrote a poem around mental health that focused on the husband and wife. But eventually I expanded it into Red Tape.
Yeah.
You get? And it was, though we were not having family problems.
Yeah.
You get? But I could relate to the stories I was hearing over and over and over and over. You get? So that particular story got to me.
Yes.
It's easily one of my best.
Okay.
But it got to me about that particular story got to me. Yes.
Yeah. If there's a character in any of your stories that you would love to meet or have a chat with, who would that be?
Morenike, Igbo Fever.
Morenike. If you want to know about Morenike, just get the book. All right. I don't know if we would have, we can accommodate one or two questions, but very, very brief. If you have one or two questions, because we're rounding up the session. So I want to ask a question. Who are the authors that inspire you?
Okay, so I pick from here, there. To be sincere, because I remember when I was much younger and I was writing a lot of Oyibo books. A lot initially. Father and I said, "What is it? You're Nigerian. Don't be writing Oyibo book. Don't be writing Lisa and Oliver. Those kind of characters you get." But
Write Amaka instead of Amanda.
But it's Blyton.
Yeah.
That influenced me a great deal. I liked her style and all that. Because that's what I was exposed to initially.
Yeah.
Before I understood, okay, the Chike and the River, Things Fall Apart, Flora Wampa touched me. That Efuru, I don't know, it just did something to me. Flora Wampa was one person, that her book, Efuru, just got to me. So Flora Buche Mecheta. So my influences were Nigerian influences, Chino Achebe. I had the likes of Ngugu Wationgo.
Yeah.
That influenced my writing. Cyprian Ekwensi.
Yeah.
Then in recent times it now became Chimamanda's style of writing.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed her conversational style of writing.
Yes.
So I picked from different places. Yeah.
All right. So I know you didn't plan for this, but I'm just going to ask you some rapid questions, and you just give me an answer in like 1 second, right? All right. So, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Your 1 second. 1 second. Don't
Okay.
pass.
Tea.
Soft or hard copy?
Hard.
Action or romance?
Action. I did not die. I've not started. They have to die. There must be blood.
Movie or theater?
Movie.
Are you sure? For someone who likes to write theater.
Yeah. Okay. Theater. Okay. My mind went to cinemas. Sorry. Gosh. It now depends on who.
We'll just take
directing.
movies because you've said movies.
It now depends on who is directing.
On who is directing.
Yes.
All right. Millions or billions?
Billions now. All
right, let's put our hands together for our author. Someone has a question. Do we have a question? Yes, please go ahead. Quickly. Yes.
Okay, so my name is Cynthia from Voice of Nigeria. So like you said something that really touched me. Like yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was going for these Africas that just ended. So So as I was going, about three guys, at a point, the driver just stopped to pick a guy. He now asked how much. He said 400 naira. The guy started pricing 200. And you could see his mood that he wasn't really having a lot. And our men are really going through a lot. Like women, somebody can just say, take. So the man said, I'm not, I beg. He drove off. I said, no, stop and carry him. I'll complete it. So he stopped. As we were going, another guy came. He asked how much. That one, he said 300. He said, is it not 100 naira? I'm like, how? So the guy now drove off. He didn't even talk. I said, stop, pick him. I'll pay. Till the third person, they told him 300. He said 150. I said, enter. So when we got to Ikeja under bridge, I started to offset their bills, almost all of them. Not as if I had money, but I was really, really touched. So when I was going, I didn't know one of them was following me. He said, sister, can I talk with you? I said, okay, what's the problem? He said, please, he needed money. The guy said, is it not you I paid for? He said he was the one, but he doesn't have any money with him. So I had to give him almost all I had. I went to withdraw another money. So I was really touched. I was like, if one that had not completed their book, maybe that one would have been included in Loud Whispers. So I want to know, you talked about some of the people you had encounters with. Did you talk with them? Did you conduct interview with them? How do you always conclude with those, maybe the stories? Like some people impacted you physically. Did you let them know that you want to write with them, for them or from them or something about them? Did you interview any of them? Just like that, just wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay, so no, I didn't interact with anybody. I just observed. And then I wrote. I write assuming what might be the most likely outcome. Most of the stories don't end because I don't know the end.
Because you are beautiful. Daddy, you have a question? All right, Daddy has a question. Two questions.
The theme, or you call it topic, title, Loud Whispers. Since you were looking at what people do, were they shouting? Were they shouting? Something you put as loud should be for everybody to hear. Then you said it's a whisper. And that is something that is silent, not known. With the paradox, two joined together, how do you want to project this one to the populace that you represented here? To the point that your mind could be read and changes can be brought out of it. Number one. Two, I remember in those days when we started school, literature was very important. That was the source of English language or English studies. To the point that if you were not good in literature, you cannot even be good in science. In fact, in those days, science students, those who became science students, they were very good in literature. But today, is our government even interested in this? Who is looking at literature? Who is looking at the art or the artistic part of life? I was almost questioning myself. Who cares who is Wole Soyinka? Who knows who placed Chinua Achebe anywhere? What has been their value to Nigeria? Not because they don't have value, but because we did not put them where they should be. To the point that today, even the artistic world is being rubbished. To the point that our children, all they know is money. And there is no that spiritual development or that cultural development. I could remember that when I was in Form 3, we read Chief the Honorable Minister and it was about the political situation in Nigeria. Do our children even know the history of Nigeria put in a literary form to the point that there can be a reformation? What are you going to do to bring back this virtue that will help the present generation to go back? We need to go back. Thank you.
Beautiful
Thank you,
question.
sir.
Yes, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, so for the first question, sir, loud whispers, it just speaks to the complexity of life. It just speaks to complexity. Life is complex. You can't fully define, you know. So the truth is that we'll keep seeing this. My pastor will call them the oxymorons of God. We'll still keep seeing this plus and minus together. But it now depends on how do we intend to deal with it, or how do we want to respond to it, you know. Then with regards to what's happening now with literature, we can only continue to do the best that we can. We are not the government. We can only continue to speak. I have Uncle Makinde here, the president of Theatre
Yes.
Practitioners of Nigeria. And I know that he does dramas, he does so much. But how much? I have Mr. Kasumu here, book club. You know, but so they are even the ones in the main space. You know? And I can imagine the challenges that they are facing, because they are the ones that even interface one-on-one. So I think the appeal will be for parents here to expose their children more to Nigerian literature.
Yeah.
Expose your children more to literature. You get less of what they call roadblocks and all those
Screen
things.
time.
Screen time, you know. Less of those things. And even if they must be on the screen, let it be that they are reading. Let them read. We can put it on yeah.
Okay. We will take 2 more questions very quickly. Very quickly. Yes, please. The lady first. Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is Rebecca Olagbindi. I'm a PhD student in Lagos State University. So I would like to ask, when you mentioned that writing is therapeutic for you, writing is also therapeutic, so it's kind of relative. So I would like to know what completes the process for you. Is it when you write and close your manuscript?
Yeah.
Is that when you have satisfaction? Or when you put it out and people read and give feedback? Now, when they give feedback, is it a form of validation for you, or you just don't care?
Okay, so let me answer this in 2 ways. I remember somebody interviewing me, and the question he asked me was that, why did you write? Is it because he said, did you write art for art's sake? Did you write to win an award? Or did you write to win an award, art for art's sake? Or you wrote to make money? I said, if all 3 comes, I don't mind. I don't have a problem, because I didn't write with any of this in mind, you know. But for me, what closes the process is writing. Is the process of writing that gives me ease, you know. I've had situation where I have published the works and nobody liked it or nobody said anything. But did I write a good work? I know I did. Do I feel better?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel good. So I'm okay. Do you understand? So I think first of all, as a writer, you should even first love yourself. Love yourself. Love the fact that you are good at what you do. You are blessed. You are gifted. And once you enjoy that process,
Yes.
it just flows.
All right. One question. Sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, mine is not really a question.
Okay.
But I was going to contribute to the last question asked about, the position of literature
Yes, sir.
in Nigeria, and of course what we need to do about it. The first is what you have just said, that every home, every parent should ensure that we make literature important for our children, expose them to books. I worked in a publishing company, and for many years I was, in the publishing industry. And what I tell people is that, look, parents, when your children are celebrating, birthday, any festivities, and instead of toys and some other things, why don't you package books and give to them? Even as gifts to other parents or other children. What we buy is you buy toys, you buy football, you buy this and that. Instead of that, I say package books for them. So when my children were growing, some of the things they benefited as a publisher was that, a lot of literature I bring home for them to read. The Lady Bird series, they read all the series from 1A to C to, the 12 and everything like that. And another problem we have is that, the recent review, there's a recent review in the curriculum in Nigeria. And then somebody was asking a question, on a platform that I belong, that look, there's this review, fantastic, they brought back history and some other subject, but there is no emphasis on literature, just like he said. No emphasis on it. So we have de-emphasized literature. In fact, most parents believe that children in the arts class, they are the low-class students. That it's only those who are doing science that are making it. And, I'm always averse to that. So there is a need for us. And when I came in, I was discussing with Kunle here. I said one of the things I hope I would have achieved when I was in NPA was the establishment of a national book commission. You see, there is no commission, there is no government agency saddled with responsibility of promoting books in Nigeria. We organized the Nigeria International Book Fair. We call it Nigeria International Book Fair. Kunle had attended several times, But you discover that it is only financed by the publishers in Nigeria, the publishing companies. There is no government support. In fact, you find it difficult to bring anybody from government. Why? Because the government does not even value anything that is book. So there is a need for a national book commission that will see to anything that is book. And that is what happened in Sharjah. When they organized book fair, it is the Sharjah Book Commission that is sponsoring that. So when we have the weight of the government behind literature, the literature will move. We cannot replace it with anything. But the weight of government is not there. So if government is here, they should listen to what we are saying today. Thank you. Loud whisper. So let's loud it. Thank you.
I like that. Let's loud it. And so coming up next is Spoken Words by Bespoke Word. But there is a young person here who has a question, and I think it's just very important because we're talking about, getting them to read. So let's have your question. Come forward. Please put your hands together for him.
I am Babatoba Fashiru. First of all, congratulations on your book. So my question is, how do you plan to budget and make some income related to your costs and your revenue? Since writing is not so consistent in the generation, and what advice would you give to aspiring authors?
Okay, so with regards to cost, where's your mommy? Where's your mommy, first of all? Because I know where that came from. Oh, that's Mrs. Fashi's son. Okay, so yes, that's why we're launching it, right? That's one of the reasons why. So one of the ways you can do is to launch your book, make it public. Do you get? Promote it on, now social media helps. If you are very diligent or you have someone that can help you. For your generation, it's not a problem. People like you spend so much time on the screen, so people know what to do, you know how to navigate your way, right? So you can do that, you get. And then, of course, affiliates, you get involved with national groups like Association of Nigerian Authors, groups that speak to books, you get. Being part of those kind of groups can equally help with visibility, you get. And then the second question, I'm trying to remember. Okay, my advice for aspiring writers, keep writing. Just keep writing.
Yeah, a writer is someone who writes. I think that's, All right, so we can't take any more questions, but I also want to mention that, we have hard copies of the book, and we also have soft copies of the book available. So it caters to whether you like soft copies or hard copies. Let's put our hands together for our author, Wando Alayode. Yeah. Loud it. All right. Awesome. All right, so without much ado, would like to bring forward another artistic person. He is known as Bespoke Words. You will understand when he takes the mic.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, ma'am. It's such an honor to witness this beautiful occasion. All right, my name is Bespoke Words. They call me that because what I do is that I take measurements and tailor words to fit. Sometimes I throw a line in so that thoughts can be ready to wear on your mind. All right? So typically I'm a performance poet, but today I'm just going to be reading a poem I wrote from the titles. So I called this poem from the subtitles of the book. So I hope you enjoy it. And when you grab a copy, which I expect you to do, you would understand better. All right, so listen up. Thank you. They say silence speaks about places where even whispers wear microphones, speaks in loud whispers, because life doesn't just talk, it gives you gists at every junction. From a Koakete's tired sighs to a rapper conductor's accidental rise, these stories weave through the city like fine thread, tight, bright, and pleasantly noisy. Love here isn't always soft. Sometimes it smells like mama's wrapper, feels like wahala gossips from your bestie about an Oyibo fever in an elevator ride. Here on these pages you meet the lesson teacher who never planned to teach, and the pastor's crush that tested both faith and flesh. Every page is a pause. Every pause, a prayer, a punchline, a tear. Because when Wando writes, she writes of last-minute oracles, speaking words between the day I want muscles and the day you finally shine your eyes. She writes of the oasis between the parasite and the fool. She describes the red tape that draws the line and says, "Daddy, no," when it rains. She's in a better place to tell you about the arrested development that transpired yesterday. So lean close as her words and stories tell you softly what the world has been shouting all along. That on the night before my ordination, in the quiet, we were loud, alive, and bold. So ladies and gentlemen, I implore you to go on Seller, grab this bestseller, and sell her. Thank you very much.
Grab this bestseller and sell her. That's all. And sell her. And then the book is on seller. Awesome, awesome. Please put your hands together for Bespoke Words. Yes, I found that title that I was talking about. The Marriage Monitoring Aunties Association. Yes, it's a book. The Marriage Monitoring Aunties Association. All right, so while Bespoke Words was on, somebody special walked into the room. Pastor Onyida Akiyemi, please put your hands together for her. And she also happens to be, I told you this is a gathering of timber, men of timber and caliber. She's also the ED, Stanbic IBTC Capital. Please put your hands together for her. All right, so now we will go to the people who have, dissected this book, who know this book in toto. And the person I'm calling up right now is a veteran. Yes, she is a veteran, and I want us to put your hands together for Miss Funke Treasure. Please jam your hands together for her.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's an honor to also be asked to do this review. The people who've spoken ahead of me have made my job quite easy because they've touched on almost all I have to say, but I still have a lot to say. I love the poem. And yes, please let's put our hands together again for the author, Wando. I have 3 pages of this review. What I've done is to make it quite conversational. So please come along with me. Don't get bored. You won't even get bored. Trust me. So as I go on with the review, imagine that you're reading, and let it be the inspiration for you to pick up a copy of this really fantastic book. You didn't clap for me. All right, a book review of Loud Whispers When Life's Subtle Shades Are Told Loudly by Wabundo Ifoma Alayonde. There are 97 pages of that book. My name is Anike Ade Funke Treasure Akintoye. The appreciation of a book starts from the cover, and the symbolism in this collection is reflected in black, blue, and white colors, as well as the silhouette of a human. The black, blue, and white palette mirrors the collection's emotional rhythm. Black for life's darker struggles, blue for reflection and empathy, and white for moments of hope and moral clarity. The silhouette signals the universality of these experiences, inviting readers to see themselves in the story's joys and struggles. It echoes the universality of many of the stories in the book. The simplicity of the cover also mirrors Alayonde's writing style, clean, deliberate, yet open to interpretation, as if inviting the reader to fill in the silence between the lines. This book is a collection of short stories. It explores themes of theft, rape, fantasy, dreams, discretion, beauty, family dynamics and tensions, betrayal, sterility, hypocrisy, in Christendom, death, and other vagaries of life. But beyond the subjects themselves, Alayonde's craftsmanship shows in her control of tone, because she moves easily between humor, empathy, and moral questionings without losing coherence. There are 19 stories in the collection. The longest is Nne's Rapper, a moving and powerful story of hate, of love, life curveballs, fraudulent beginnings, conflict resolution, and hope. And it is obvious that the author poured her heart into it for a purpose, which you'll find out when you pick a copy. That fact could not be lost on you when you read the book. And so I will advise that you read Nne's Rapper first. The pacing here is deliberate, unfolding like oral storytelling, showing Alayonde's instincts for rhythm and her ability to balance emotion with restraint. The second longest story is The Parasite and the Fool. It's annoying, a little irritating to me. Yes, I acknowledge that how that plays out often in friendships. I'm not sure whether to recommend it to you. You might be angrier than me, because really foolishness is neither a virtue nor a fruit of the spirit. The basic lesson is to cut ties with anything that gives you sorrow and anything that no longer serves you. Its strength lies in discomfort, in its discomfort. Proof that the writer can use irritation as a literary device to expose emotional parasitism. In 3 stories, Eko Akete, our rapper, conductor, and Shine Your Eyes, Wabundo Alayonde writes about the complexity of Lagos, the fascination it holds for dwellers, how intimidating it could be for first-timers, and the daily entrapment it is for the undiscerning. She captures in these 3 stories the peculiarities of living in Lagos City: traffic, drama, the ubiquitous conductor, the crowd, the mob, the daily grind. The realism is vivid, achieved through carefully tuned dialogue and local idioms that make the city itself a living character. Marriage as an institution and an experience has dominated the social media space lately. Many are calling for revisions of the status quo. While the twin phenomena of baby mama and single moms didn't feature prominently in this collection, the author focused on the push and the pull you find in marriages. These were explored in Wahala and the night before my ordination. As I made a note about the invisible cost of marriage to women, how women often sacrifice their dreams and ambitions for their marriages to work. The married will find themselves reflected in Wahala. It's a fun read. The red tape is about conflict, decisions, forgiveness, fear, and a close shave with loss reversed. A short read packed with meaning. Alayode's dialogues here is crisp and believable. Her storytelling thrives on subtext rather than exposition. So it allows readers to sense the unspoken beneath the spoken. 3 stories about the girl child touch me deeply, and as an advocate for the girl child, this really resonated with me. Daddy, no. I could almost write a script for that. It's a story of rape. It tells of the silent battles families face. The second girl child story is Nne's Rapper. It's a celebration of grandmas as family matriarchs, defenders of the young, and their significance as instillers of hope and values. Oasis is a sad story about a girl child. Her sharing experience with death and success side by side. Our people say tibitiri la daliaye. The perplexity of life. In this, the author's empathy is a technique. She does not dramatize trauma. She distills it, showing a fine grasp of emotional pacing. And there were 2 painful deaths in the collection, figuratively, emotionally, and psychologically. But then this is true to life. It lends credence and authenticity to the stories. Oyibo Fever is the shortest story in the collection, just a page and a half. Nonetheless, very funny. Others are I Want Muscles, Bestie, and Yesterday. All 3 will crack your ribs. Do you have a general officer commanding uncle or auntie in your family? You know, that particular one who never fails to remind you about marriage and having children? Meet their tribe in the story Yesterday. You'd enjoy it. The lesson teacher is about discretion. You will find the twist a beautiful comic surprise. I love it. Alayode's use of irony is subtle. She prefers revelation to shock. And that keeps her moral lessons from feeling, preachy. Pastor's Crush and The Night Before My Ordination shine the light on hypocrisy, pretense, and gullibility, both of congregants and the clergy in Nigerian churches. Last Minute Oracle is a story about teamwork, handling feedback, and fault finders. And, it's a story with an annoying character. You need to pick up the book to find out why that character in Last Minute Oracle is particularly quite annoying. But let's go on. Beauty. Beauty is subjective. It is often resident in the beholder. So in Arrested Development, the author tells us about the insecurities that fill the beauty industry, the products that enable it to thrive, from padded bras, thick-foamed bras, waist trainers, to padded bum shorts. It highlights the chain reactions, the referrals and counter-referrals. the pain and the pleasure of beauty. In truth, almost every woman has a body part that she's a little insecure about. In her own eyes. One that she does something to correct, even if it's a little. The nails, the brows, the lashes. But it's the degree of obsession and the intensity of the search for solution that differs. The humor in this story is laced with quiet critique. Alayode's satire works because it is empathetic rather than cruel. The Nigerianness of the stories is not in doubt. There's a lavish use of slang and phrases from mediated spaces and the society. You hear things like, now wow, Misha, fine boy, to sure, toile, a slip of online humor too. So you find cockroach brown and onion red ashoebi, right? You find a biblical allusion tucked in somewhere. I foresaw men as trees. There's a sprinkle of Yoruba and Igbo, Tori Olong, Isi Odo, things like that. Words like downfall, cuisine like Amala, Ewedu, Begiri, and Ogufe, you know, the complete trinity. A favorite Yoruba dish, of course. And then you'll find phrases like a combination of Oke and Oxford biscuits. For those of us, Gen Zs will not understand this one. Do you want Lasma to carry the bus? Like, literally carry the bus. Those are Nigerian expressions. Yeah. So she practically draws us into a fellowship with the familiar. There's a glossary for the curious to consult at the end of the book, should you not be a Nigerian. And this linguistic vibrancy is not mere decoration in the book we're talking about today. It is part of the book's identity, grounding the universality of its emotions in a distinctly Nigerian landscape. My favorite stories are Nne's Rapper, Daddy No, and The Lesson Teacher. And I have reasons for this. Nne's Rapper is the story you should go for as you pick this book. It talks about male sterility. It talks about the frustration of having a health challenge that is not your making. It tells of how the love of a mother for a child could go through abortion. I mean the love of a mother for her child. And how a child can become irritating to a mother. And how she will choose another man in lieu of her daughter. I can go on and on. It's a fabulous read. I wonder what your top 3 or star stories will be when you delve in. But taken together, the collection reads like a mosaic of small awakenings, each story a whisper that builds towards a louder collective voice. I know some of the people who've come here today were talking about how can it be loud and be a whisper as well. You can literally be whispering and it's so loud in your being, but people are passing by and not seeing it. There are people whispering here loudly. It only takes you to step beside them and feel the energy, feel the vibration, and look beyond the surface. This is a collection well written, a testament to the author's many years of being a storyteller who has successfully crafted meaning and symbolism on stage and radio. Her experience in performance storytelling shows in her control of timing and cadence, and she writes as though she can already hear how her sentences sound aloud. The only error I saw was in the second story, a rapper conductor, and it's an editing error, something like with every my going out is in line 2, but it's minute. The story with the least appeal to me is When It Rains. The meaning is lost on me. But then, as with all written texts, some leap at you, others take time to sink in. In all, it is also worth noting that Nwabundo Ifeoma Alayonde's choice of the short story form situates her within a strong Nigerian literary tradition, one that prizes brevity, rhythm, and immediacy. From Cyprian Ekwensi and Chinua Achebe to Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie and Leslie Nneka Arima, the short story has long been a testing ground for narrative precision and emotional truth in our literature here in Nigeria. It allows the writer to capture slices of life, fleeting moments that might be lost in longer fiction. I particularly like short stories. It allows the writers to turn them into mirrors of society. Alayonde's work continues the lineage, proving that our realities, however brief or quiet, can speak loudly when told with craft and compassion. And I agree with Professor Bosede Funke Ademilua Folayon, who wrote the foreword to the book, that one of the outstanding aspects of this book is the open-endedness of most of the stories, because that in itself mirrors the infinite nature of life itself. And we heard her say, well, she didn't resolve a lot of the stories there. That leaves you to reflect and come to your own conclusion as a reader. I recommend this collection as a gift, a companion on a train ride, a flight, or road trip. It will reward you with moments of reflection. Because as the author, Nwabundo, says in this dedication of the book, it is to hearts that whisper loudly in the hope for help. It is likely to strike a pulsating chord in you, something the author also describes knowingly as unspoken struggles, silent battles, and quiet longings of everyday people. I believe it will help loosen the tongue of your mind and invite you to be a teller of stories too. The title itself becomes symbolic here, a reminder that art can amplify what society tries to mute. As an author of 3 books myself, I welcome Nwabundo Ifeoma Alayonde to the world of authors, a world of readings, of exhibitions, book fairs, and book marketing. May the winds thank you. May the winds support your sail. And may this one book birth another and another. May it situate you in the company of legends. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Ma. All right. So now, I mean, she has mentioned quite a lot in this review, and more reason why you shouldn't only, I mean, the goal here today is not just to get for yourself, it is to buy for your child's school library, for your community library, you know, to as many people as possible. But we'll take quick comments now from Mr. Kunle Kasum of the book club, Kasumu. Yes, Kasumu of the book club, Channels TV. And after that, we'll have Uncle Makinde. I just keep calling you Uncle Makinde. Please put your hands together for him.
It's very unfair to call me after her. That was masterful. For those of you who don't know her, she's a legend in the broadcast industry in Nigeria. She's our Oga, the first female journalist to run an all-news radio station under the Radio Nigeria network. That's her. Please, let's celebrate her. Where is Kayode? I don't get your secrets now. Kayode is Wando's husband, my friend, my very good friend. We used to work together on Channels Book Club. And this is the first time I'm meeting you physically, Wando. And I can see your aura is just so powerful. And your book is brilliant. I do books every week. It's what I do. I don't know how to do any other thing. That's why I have white. I'm all white. I'm not that old. I do books every week. I just read 252 novels to judge a prize, the Nigeria Prize for Literature recently. And I can tell you that your book is right up there. It's really good. It's really good. It's really brilliant. It's not a book of short stories. It's a book, I'd rather describe it as short stories. There are short stories that are short, and they are very difficult to write. Such books are very difficult to write because you have to pack a lot into them. They're very tricky to write. Maybe you found them very easy to write. You did, right? That shows how good you are. And at times I read so many books, my head just boom. I like to read books that are fun, when I've worked so hard. And this book is fun. It's really funny. There are many stories you read there. There are many stories that are very heavy, but there are quite a number of stories that are fun to read. Like your Yimbo Fever is really funny. Rapper Conductor, really funny. Eko Akete, really funny. Really funny. I mean, rib cracking. I Want Muzzles. I Want Muzzles is funny. It's my favorite, by the way. You were asking. Because it's short and her mom wants her to marry a fumigator. And she wants to marry this dashing guy with muzzles. Dozier, right? Is that the name? She wants to marry Dozier because Dozier has muzzles and all that. And as a guy, I've been there before when you are young and you think that muzzles can attract, so she's attracted by muzzles and all that. Everybody all the girls love Dozier. I mean, Dozier is all it, 6 packs and everything. This guy gets sick. He's about to take medication. And then he runs into a room crying because he doesn't want to take medications. Dozier with 6 packs is crying because he can't take drugs, injection and all that. And she's shocked that, how far now? With all your 6 packs. I couldn't stop laughing. And then she realizes that, well, I think I better go and marry the fumigator, not this guy. And it's not just a funny story, it's a very powerful story because it reminded me of what life is all about. It's not about the optics many times. It's not about the things we see. What we see is not always it. And those of us in television, and these guys here, they understand that better than the rest of the world. Because what you see on the screen is not always it. What you hear on radio is not always it. Am I correct? So she wants to marry Dozier, the guy with 6 packs. But Dozier, the guy with 6 packs, is actually a coward. He can't take medication. And the fumigator who doesn't look it might actually be the real guy. Is that what you were trying to sell? Or you were just telling the story? Okay, so I didn't come here to give a speech. I just wanted to come and just like I'm doing right now. It's a nice book. I recommend the book. I think that is a book I'm going to be recommending to a lot of people. I'm looking forward to us having our time on TV talking about that book because it needs to be talked about. And I think that there's something that you were talking about, Mr. Bimbola, by the way, he's former Executive Secretary of Nigeria Publishers Association. That gentleman there. Please, let's put our hands together for him. He's done a lot for Nigeria. So when he was talking here, he was talking passionately about something he's worked on for many years. Let me just say something about it and connect it to your book, Wando. You see, the reading culture that we keep talking about, that is bad. It is bad, but we can fix it. The problem with fixing it is that until we fix Nigeria, some of these things that are easy to fix are not so easy to fix, if you get what I mean. If Nigeria is not fixed, like he was saying, structures and systems, we don't have book policy. We don't have a book commission. He mentioned Sharjah. Sharjah is one of the 7 Emirates of the UAE. Sharjah has a commission called SBA, Sharjah Book Authority. So all their book fairs, all their libraries, all their book publishing, everything comes under SBA. So SBA handles everything books in Sharjah. And they're so coordinated. They have a building that is as tall as UBA building or whatever. You know, so they pump a lot of money into it. So the Sharjah Book Fair, for example, is the 3rd biggest in the world. A city that has 2.4 million people, they have about 3 million visitors to their book fair. Can you imagine? So when they are doing their book fair, the whole place is jammed and all that. We can do all that in Nigeria. The problem is, if we don't fix Nigeria and we don't have the kind of leadership, it's not easy to do. But ordinarily, it should be easy to do. But let's leave government and all that. At the very basic level, if we all teach our children to love reading, and that's simple. People ask me, how do I get my children to read? Buy books in the house now. As long as there are books in the house and they grow around books, they will read. It's not magic. What I did was I just bought a lot of books. My children grew up with books. They were seeing books all around. So one day I just noticed my son, who initially struggled, my daughter didn't struggle at all. My son, who initially struggled, one day I got into his room, he had slept, and on his bed was his football and then a book. I said, okay, progress. As time went on, he started filling his bed with books because he grew up in a house with books. So it's really not that difficult to get kids to read, even with all these gadgets we're talking about, as long as we start early. Once we start early, they read and all that. So why I like this, why it connects to what I'm saying, is that it is simple to read. If you have a book that is simple to read, it becomes a lot easier for you to read, no matter how busy you are. So this is a simple book to read. It's a fun book to read. It's interesting to read. And the author is brilliant. So I recommend it to all of you. And I wish you all the best, Wando. Congratulations. And many more to come from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kunle Kasum. Please put your hands together for him. All right, up next is Mr. Makinde Adeniro. Please put your hands together for him.
Good afternoon once again, everybody. You will pardon me because I have to be here today. I just traveled in, dropped my bag and say, okay, I just have to be here. Somehow I'm not surprised. You know, I'm one of such mentors that you just mentor people and you walk away. You just go away. Nothing, don't expect anything in return. Sometimes sorry to say, you don't even care to want to listen to news about the progress of the person. You just do your own and walk away. I'm one of such people. And somehow, Wando came my way as a dramatist. I just did. But one thing that I noticed there is a way when you look at an actor, brilliant actor, but you look at their age in practice, but you see them that they are beyond, what they are doing is beyond their age. That means there is more in there. It's like an actor of 2 years, just 2 years in the profession, but what she's churning out is like, this person has gone to the peak of that profession. That means there is more. As a director, then that was what was in my face with Wando. That this one is gotten to the end of what you call directing career, where you need to know the character you need to put up. So in my head somewhere, this one may go further into writing. How that was going to come, I don't know. Writing drama is one thing. Writing prose is another thing, even if you have started. What happened to you while you branched into drama after prose? That you won't bring me up to say anything, just leave me. I'm here. They've seen my face. I can walk off. But when she was reading that, it opened me up to what I'm saying now, that it was that review that opened me up to it, that it was just a journey. Your curiosity, right, was what brought you into drama. You wanted to see those stories visually. You wanted to see them. Now you've seen them. You are moving on. Now people will have to return what you write into drama, adaptation. And that's the power. That's the power that you've seen there, because you could return those visuals that you've seen easily. And that's why our short stories that you've written, like you said, those things are very hard. When they say in school, write exam, summarize. When they say you should summarize, it's the hardest. You will now be thinking, you read, summary, because everything has to be brought in to make a meaning like that. So for you to write short stories and then so captivating, it's big. So it's you that have gone through all those journeys. You know, you've come through it. You now know, you can tell in your mind. And that somebody asked a question and say, how do you, it was you. How do you now know? Do you question these people or not? No, it is the power of the journey that you have made. So your thinking is powerful now. You can easily see a character. And this is where author writing, this is where prophesying, writers sit down and they write something, history, that they were not part of, but they write it accurately. It is the power of the journey that you have come through. I congratulate you once more. And I'm happy. Sometimes when they bring you face to face, as a mentor, when they bring you face to face with the success of those you've mentored, is the biggest thing. It is not the money you get, it is nothing. What are you? What is your success? When you leave the earth and we are not able to to point to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that you've mentored. You've only passed. There is no sign. Once again, I congratulate you. And thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, so we'll just go to the quick a reading of excerpts of this book. And first person is Jumoke Johnson to read an excerpt. All right, so what we will do is we will start with Oriofe Alayode, who will be reading an excerpt of this book. Please put your, by the way, Oriofe Alayode is the daughter of Wando Alayode. Please put your hands together for her.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to be reading the shortest portion of this book, which is Oyinbo Fever, on page 9. Misha, I've always wanted an Oyinbo lover. You can roll your eyes all you want. I don't think I've ever denied wanting to be called Mrs. Gordon Whiskey Tootsko or Madam Brown Eyes Green Rabbit. And then, like a flash of a firefly, divine providence brought Alan biscuits my way. My dear, loving Alan. We first met while riding in an elevator together on our way to a conference. That day, we got stuck in the elevator, but God was with us. The setting also offered both of us a perfectly romantic ambience. Okay. Don't worry, I'm sure this will be over soon, Alan said with his velvety, smooth voice. Honestly, I was terrified by the elevator fault, but we got out of it. Alan and I became close friends, my Oyinbo Bobo, my buddy. He was a hybrid of Oki and Oxford cabin biscuit of our good old secondary school days. His eyes were ocean green and his light hair was like beach sand covered in seashells. Shortly after, I married Alan. My friends came to the event with their piercing eyes green with envy in their cockroach brown and onion red ashwebi, which I made them buy. Local songs were not played. Oyinbo people were all over the place, piping with their lumberjack red skirts. Alan didn't even wait for the reception to be over before he whisked me off to his waiting convertible. We drove off into the sunset, the cool African breeze caressing my face gently. I closed my eyes, gradually drifting off, rocking to the rhythm of the car, as its tires collided with the slightly smooth road, rocking gently at first. Morenike? Morenike, the voice said, this time impatiently. Then it happened. I first saw men as trees, then haze, thick haze, or was it cloud? Then I smelt it, the ogbono. I bought with our last 1,000 naira was burnt beyond recognition, nothing to salvage. I looked up from the pot and met the hungry eyes of my 3 young children and the pot-bellied husband. Let's drink Gary. Thank you.
All right, how many of us enjoyed that? Okay, so now we'll just go straight to the lunch. And a lot of people have asked questions today. I mean, I think one of the prominent questions today has been, how do we take this art? How do we revive, the culture of reading, number one, and how do we take the wealth of knowledge that is in work of art? How do we, project it out there? So this is how we are going to do it. by launching the book, right? And to start off the launch, our chief launcher is Engineer Kolawole Balogun. He is the chairman, MoMA's Electricity Meter and EPIL. You can Google them. EPIL is a security company. They produce armored vehicles in this Nigeria. You know, I've been there, very, very amazing and very, very innovative setup. But he's ably represented today by the MD, MoMA's at EPIL, and that is Barrister Ahmed. Please put your hands together for him as he comes off.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, madam. I'm not a man of many words, though I'm a lawyer, but permit me just to stand on the existing protocol. I have the singular honor of representing my chairman, Engineer Kola Balogun, here at this occasion. And I feel a little bit, I feel some intimidated somehow to be in the midst of intellects like this, you know, and this bring back old memories, you know. It's a good thing, you know, and I'm guilty as charged too, like some parent has rightly expressed, on how to encourage our kids, you know, the coming generation to be readers. But before I delve into that, it's good for me to speak about our organization, because I'm the chief marketing officer of the organization. MoMA's group is pioneering company in the industrial space in Nigeria. We've been around for over 30 years. 2 weeks ago marked our 30 years in the industrial space in Nigeria. We started in the downstream of the power sector. We pioneered the prepayment metering system in Nigeria. And we are responsible for, I mean, a whole lot of innovative products that you must have been seeing out there in the downstream of the power sector. Our knowledge base was what, and their expertise was what really helped us to be able to leverage on what we know, to also use the same technology to be producing for the defense. And we are also the leading manufacturer in the defense industry today. It's a pleasure to be in your midst, to be the chairman of this occasion. And let me just convey what he asked me to say. I'm not into this. And so someone said something about reading. I felt, because the pressure of life here is crazy. I was just, thinking through stuff as I was seated there, that to start reading about stuff. I can't, we have a whole lot we are pursuing. You want to do this, you want to do that, that you almost forget to even, add value to yourself, And coupled with the fact that social media is out there, we look out for stuff that can make us laugh, So I think I will make it a point of duty, because I'm highly impressed, to try to work on myself, and also try to encourage my kids too. I remember back in the days, in the school, but I wouldn't want to waste your time. Money is very important. That's the cocoa. On behalf of my chairman, he said I should launch this book with ₦1 million. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for MoMA's group. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Tell your neighbor, say balance well. Remember when we were doing the rapid question, I asked the author some series of quick questions, this or that. And one of the questions was, the last question was what? Was what? Millions or billions? And she picked what? Millions. Correct. All right, so I won't be doing this. All right, so I won't be doing this alone. There's somebody whose mouth is sweeter than mine. I'm just a forerunner. Please put your hands together for Jumoke Johnson as she comes up. She is going to be helping out with this launch. Yes. So, let's put your hands together for her. Aha. Okay, so how do we go? How do we roll?
Well, I'm not very sure about the sweet mouth part. But it happened a couple of days ago that when I got wind that one will be launching this book, I decided in honor of this launch, I would have a very bad sore throat, a very painful one. I decided I was going to lose my voice. When I learned it was loud whispers. And then to honor the book properly. I am delighted to be here this afternoon. And my mouth is not sweet, but I will implore you to get your bank apps. It will come in very handy. Your checkbooks, it will help a lot at this session. And she picked billions, and the chief launcher, whom we are impersonating, happen to be impersonating, started with ₦1 million. But don't be afraid. You do not have to do 900,000. You can do your 1 billion, JJ. We are not stopping you. So please, we are kickstarting this. She's the chief launcher. So I'm just going to stand on us by her side and take my cues as we delve headlong into this session.
Yes, I'd also like to mention to those of us joining us online, the bank details are also on the screen. The bank details are also on the screen. So who would like to go next in this launch before I begin to call names?
Do we begin to name names, points at...
This is a gathering of men of timber and caliber. Okay. Who would like to launch? You'd like to launch the book next?
Our next launcher will be...
Yes.
Yes. That's my part of the script.
Oh, okay.
The next launcher will be, your part of the script will be me.
Okay.
If you choose to be the second to go, please go ahead.
Yes, I was going to mention that we have an anonymous launch already of 100,000 naira.
Wow, that's amazing.
Please put your hands together.
That is amazing.
Okay, let it keep coming in.
Please keep it coming. You have
keep it coming.
Bank details somewhere. You can use that. Forward whatever information you want us to have.
I have
your
a feeling
name.
some people are dropping billions, but they don't want to.
The figure you're launching this book with to us, and we do you the honor and announce it as you launch it. And I see smiling faces, but I'm not seeing checkbooks, but I'm seeing phones, which means the bank apps are open. So that's a good thing. That's a very
So
good
can
thing.
I just go ahead and call names and call us?
Please do.
I should go ahead and call us.
Please do.
Oh, she's not here. Mr. Alayode, do I have... She's not here either. All right, so I'm just going to call on the ED of Stanbic IBTC Capital, Pastor Onyida Akinyemi, to help us launch this. Please put your hands together for her.
Put your hands together. When someone is getting ready to launch a book with millions, you do better than that. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much.
All right. I hereby launch the book.
We are ready for you. Don't be afraid.
All right. I launched the book with the sum of 200,000 naira.
Amazing. Put your hands together. Thank you very much to the beautiful launcher at this event. And of course, she's done the honor of launching this beautiful work of art with a sum of 200,000 naira. And I see you can see the trend. The second launcher launched with 100,000. The second announcement was 100,000. And then we got 200,000. And then I'm sure this pretty lady staring at me, I don't know, I'm not going to. Well, I see a couple of heads turned backwards. It could be one of you.
Okay, so up next I'm going to call, this person is the CEO of Brooks House.
Okay.
I think I got that right. She's into as if you see the kind of interior decor
And I
decor
tell
she
you,
does.
interior decorators are the one who take the
International.
millions now.
She's nodding her head because she wants to give us billion.
I mean, she's getting
Please
ready.
put your hands together for the CEO Brooks House. Put your hands together. Please, just put your hands together for her. Thank you very much.
Please rise up. Thank you.
Yes, she's coming forward. Please put your hands together for her.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations again to Mrs. Alayode. She's someone I admire a lot, and I love. I love her so much. I'll be launching this book with 500,000 naira. Mrs. Alayode, don't put me on the spot.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
You see that? When I said interior decorators were the one holding the money now in our country, you thought I was playing.
Yes,
Well,
I need to mention at this point that, you know, this is not to put anybody under any pressure, right? But it's just a celebration.
But I must say for them, they are not under pressure. They actually
Okay.
came here with their checkbooks and their bank accounts, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm good. All right. You know, the thing is that, you know, with Nigerians, sometimes we just like to be very low-key, you know. So is there any other person who would, or do I have anonymous launchers here? If I have any, please just let me know.
That is if you've launched
Yes. If you're-
online,
yes.
if you've put anything in the account in support of the
Yes.
launching of this book, please let us know. We'd
Yes.
like to say thank you.
Also, if you would want to, you probably, if you don't want to come out and, you know, just announce what you want to launch, please put your hands up, and then one of our hostesses will come to you with a slip to take down the details of what you want to launch with, and yeah, that's it. But again, once again, the account details is on the screen for you to send in send in your money. There's no other way to say it.
Thank God you didn't see token.
Okay. And of course, for those who are also joining us online, remember that you can also launch wherever you are launching from. Now, I also want to remind us that, you know, this book is not just a book that you just grab a copy and then you just, okay, I bought a copy. The idea also is that you buy, you get more than a copy, and then you give to someone. So let me just say here today that nobody should leave here without
a copy. Now,
You
this
know.
is the time you back what we have been discussing here about encouraging the reading culture and
Yeah.
getting more books in more hands. This is where you back it up with action. This is how you start, by buying as many copies as possible of Loud Whispers by Wando Alayode. And,
Yeah.
you know, a school library, a community library, a neighbor's child, your children, your spouses, you know, anyone you will love to see grow and do better. This is how you encourage them.
Okay, I have another anonymous launcher here with the sum of 50,000 naira. Please put your hands together.
Put your hands together. Thank
All right,
you.
so let's keep it coming. So after now, what we're going to do is we will go over to the vote of thanks by the author, and then of course the signing of the book by the author. So whilst that is going on, you can just go ahead and still keep your funds, your lunch money coming in. Yes.
Anyone else launching via the account? Have you sent anything into the account? Would you like us to pass the microphone? Would you like to come forward?
All right, so
I just gave 3 options.
yeah.
So you can pick any you like. Put something in the account, let us know about it. Take the microphone, announce your launching, or you just do something special. Support the author today and see how literature becomes better in our society.
Yeah. All right, so at this point, I'd like to call the author, Wando, to come and give her vote of thanks. But mind you, while once we're done with this vote of thanks, the signing of the book will take place, will commence right here. The signing of the book will just grab a copy. She'll sign.
Now the signing of, sorry, I
Yes.
broke in. The signing of the book will require you to buy some, get them autographed by the author, and then you pick it up. That's how we're going to make it work. So you can leave your seats, come forward as soon as the signing of the book has started. Tell us how many copies you're buying, you're getting signed, autographed, because you don't want to wake up tomorrow and see Wando lecturing in Harvard or being featured on Al Jazeera or CNN, and then you say, I know her. I was there when she launched her first book, and somebody will tell you, what is the title of that first book? Can I see the autographed copy you got at that event? You don't want that to happen. You want to come across as a liar. So this is the time you show that thing. So when we are all thumbs in, when that time comes, you will have concrete evidence that you know this author.
Yes, and I must say that, when it comes to valuing books, works of art, first editions and
the best.
Yes. First editions are usually like, not only the best, but they're also priced. You can imagine Charles Dickens' first edition. Sometimes these books are auctioned. First editions, they are auctioned and they are sold for millions. If you have an autographed copy, they are usually sold for millions. So it is very important that every opportunity you get with an author, you're getting their book, get them to sign, which is one of the advantages of attending the launch.
Now, in other words, this is soon to become a collector's item.
Yes.
Get not 1 copy, get 5 copies, 10 copies now. So.
All right, so the vote of thanks. Okay. But while we're waiting for the vote of thanks, music, DJ, can we have slight music?
And please, if you've paid anything into the account to launch the book, please let us know. And of course, the announcements for the launch are still on. You do not have to wait. You can do it right here. If you have a support you want to do but not here right now, you can pass the information across. Tell us when, how much, and how. And of course, as soon as you do that, all will be put in place for you.
All right, now, so they say beside every successful
writer,
well, I was going to say
there is
woman.
someone who doesn't sleep at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's how they say it now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we are calling now the person who did not sleep at night until this book was done. And that is the husband of the author, of the writer. Please put your hands together for I am Kayode Alayode.
Fine boy.
No people bounce, let me
Not
say.
just fine boy, husband of the author. Now when he's writing his bio, you're probably going to see it somewhere there. Husband of the author.
All right, you guys are embarrassing me. Thank you very much. All right, please, I would like everyone in the lounge to please indulge me. We want to appreciate everyone, but we want you to hear it, okay? I don't want to call names. Please help me ask everyone to come in. We need you to hear this. Some people may say, we don't, you're a guy, that kind of thing. All right? We actually intended that this would be like a parlor, kind of, so we said just family, and maybe one guy here, and one friend there. And then we just realized that it was just going to be impossible. We're supposed to use that lounge. Later we changed to, okay, maybe 50 people. And then we said we were going to use that book space there. And then all of a sudden we realized that no, it wouldn't be appropriate. Okay, and then we say, okay, let us extend. All right, and that's why we have what we have here. But I want to say thank you, everybody. I want to say thank you to everyone for making it here today. Yoruba people will say, "Eniyan lasho mi," all right, meaning that people are my shelter, my clothing, depending on how you want to interpret that. I want to say thank you, everybody. Family, friends, colleagues are all represented here today. And I want to say thank you to you. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Family is represented here. I want to quickly appreciate, you can't say no, sir. He's already telling me, no, don't do that. I will do that, sir. I'll come and apologize. So please help me appreciate Sir Eric Osaka. We call him Uncle Eric. Thank you very much for coming. All right, we appreciate you. He's representing the Osaka clan. And I also want to appreciate my own uncle. My father is late, Pastor Gabriel Okwealayande. You can be sure that he'll be here today, as well as my mom. But thank you, Daddy. All right, so but there's someone who I would proudly say is representing my father here today, and his wife, my auntie. This auntie, this auntie has tried for me. Please, before I recognize her husband, please help me appreciate my auntie. I call her Auntie Milanche. All right, thank you very much, ma, for coming. I really appreciate you, ma. All right, and I want to appreciate her husband. He's a deeply passionate father, Pastor Akinpelu. Thank you very much for coming, sir. Yes. I'll move on quickly to they say, my Lord spiritual. All right, I have the first lady of my pastor's pastor, the delectable Pastor Oyinda Akinyemi. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you. Then my pastor, Pastor Leye. Okay, he stepped out. But he's an encourager. He's a pastor. He's a pastor. He's a pastor. All right, please help me appreciate Pastor Leye and his wife. Then I'm not the author. I'm just the author's husband. All right. All right. The author has sisters. All right. Please appreciate. You can tell. See, they are covering their eyes, but they are not shy. All right. Please help me appreciate Nkechi and Muko Solom, and then the brother of the author, Obiekwe Osaka. All right. I would love to do this and call everyone by name. You know, it doesn't cost me anything. I would rather have everybody here so that we have fun. Madam Funke Treasure, thank you very much for the amazing work you've done. I have so many colleagues here. Doctor, I will never forget you in my life. Yes, Doctor. She's a neighbor, but she's more than a neighbor. All right, she's more. When I say she's more than a neighbor, she is more than a neighbor, please. If you are looking for a neighbor more than a neighbor, please help me appreciate her. All right. We have my own elder sister and her husband here. They are bimbolas. Please help me appreciate them. So I'll just run along very quickly. We are not so many. Please help me appreciate my very good friend, Yejude Adeni. Please put your hands together for... Yes. She's a troublemaker, but I love her trouble. Yes, she yabs me like... in fact, some people in my church must not hear how she yabs me. All right, please help me appreciate Evelyn Nyam. Thank you. We all met at work. She's a colleague of my wife's, and she's been amazing. We've known each other for just slightly downward of 20 years. All right. Yejude, thank you very much. I can see the Voice of Nigeria representatives there. I can see Shade. Thank you very much. God bless you. My wife's very, very, very long-lasting friend. She's carrying face right now. Please help me. Kike of London. All right. Pastor Barry, I love you with all of my heart. Thank you very much. Reverend Shegun Ikwe Monison and his delectable wife, who is in red right now. Please put your hands together for her. All right. And please put our hands together for us. Thank you very, very much, everybody. My children are here. Some of your children are here. And I want to appreciate the Mabike Media Limited team. Everyone. Yes. Yes, and there's another lady here that my wife is saying, you must mention her name. She's a very good, has done very well. People have supported us a lot in this. Modupe from Voice of Nigeria. Please appreciate that. If I've not mentioned your name, I have forgotten my own name. So you have to forgive me. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming. But more importantly now, I want to appreciate my wife for writing the book. If she didn't write the book, we would not be here. All right. So please help me appreciate her. Yes, sir. Other Susan, please come. Please come. Yeah. I'm proud to be the author's husband. Please. Snap us, snap us, snap us. All right.
I want to thank everybody for coming. I actually wrote some things down, but he has done so much, so I don't want to repeat it. But I really want to thank everybody. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the effort. Thank you for staying. Thank you. Myself and Auntie Funke go back a long way. She's one mentor that pushes you. When I was trying to be a presenter, I cried. I just knew it wasn't my thing. This is the Igbo that my husband is speaking. Could it work? I can't be doing it, but I can write. And she told me one day, it's broadcasting. It's broad. Choose your space. Choose your lane. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you to the pastorate. Thank you to family. Thank you, Daddy Akimpelo. Thank you, Uncle Eric. I want to say here that Uncle Eric was the first person that gave me my stage. You'll forget. I dealt with my siblings and I dealt with my cousins. I made them sing, I made them dance. My uncle then said, okay, we'll get a cameraman and we'll film you. It was such a terrible picture because the man did not come with lights. By the time we watched the video, we were all black, like gollywogs. But that was our first production and it was my uncle's house and it was one that brought it. And as little as I was, I thought about it yesterday. I was like, you gave me my first stage. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, he was the first executive producer.
Thank you, everybody. Bespoke Words, Pastor A4, came all the way from Oshogo. God bless you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My family from Ibadan, I love you. Auntie Funke love, I love you. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir, Pastor Bimbola. Thank you, Pastor Leye. Pastor Leye, I've written my book now. I've published it, though. I can rest more now.
So we can drink water and talk. All right, thank you. Please put your hands together for her. I forgot to mention my brothers are here. The Alliance brothers, Bosun and Ayobami. They are here. People say we resemble. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. We appreciate you. And please, she'll take the mic from me now. She says I should shut up, that it's okay right now. Please appreciate Diola. She's more than a friend. She is more than a friend. Hold on. Thank you very much, Diola.
Thank you very much. All right, please put your hands together for the Alliance Days. All right, so we will commence pictures now, photography, and then, of course, signing of the book. Yeah, so, I mean, just we can come forward and take pictures with our author. All right, you can raise the music now. All right, so we're going to do.
borrowed 300,000 naira. I need to pay back 380,000 naira.
I borrowed 300,000 naira and only need to pay back 354,000 naira.
Huh? What software did you use?
because the confab. These are some of the incredible stories I was privileged to be part of in theater productions between 2014 and 2019. Each production carried its own heartbeat, its own truth, stories that connected deeply with audiences and left lasting emotion in the room. Some of us got nicknames that till today we are still called. And what ties all of these incredible productions together? One brilliant mind, Mrs. Nwandu Alayande, the writer and director behind every single one of them. Now she's about to bless us again, but this time through pages instead of stages. Her new book, Loud Whispers, a collection of short stories, it's on its way. And trust me, I can't wait to grab my copy. I still remember the emotional waves we saw ripple through the audiences. Laughter, tears, joy, reflections. Those stories made people feel. And if Loud Whispers carries just a fraction of some of the emotional depth we saw in those stories, then trust me, we are in for something truly special. And to Mrs. Alayande, I really can't wait to see what whispers loudly from your new book. Fingers crossed. From the Blue Blood to Gal the Musical, The Maiden, The Law, A Feast of Empty Plates, Just Because, The Confab. These are some of the incredible stories I was privileged to be part of in theater productions between 2014 and 2019. Each production carried its own heartbeat, its own truth, stories that connected deeply with audiences and left lasting emotion in the room. Some of us got nicknames that till today we are still called. And what ties all of these incredible productions together? One brilliant mind, Mrs. Nwandu Alayande, the writer and director behind every single one of them. Now she's about to bless us again, but this time through pages instead of stages. Her new book, Loud Whispers, a collection of short stories, it's on its way. And trust me, I can't wait to grab my copy. I still remember the emotional waves we saw ripple through the audiences. Laughter, tears, joy, reflections. Those stories made people feel. And if Loud Whispers carries just a fraction of some of the emotional depth we saw in those stories, then trust me, we are in for something truly special. And to Mrs. Alayande, I really can't wait to see what whispers loudly from your new book. Fingers crossed.
From stage to page, celebrating a visionary. From the confab where I baked the national cake and also acted as a baker. From stage to page, celebrating a visionary. From the confab where I baked the national cake and also acted as a baker, to Gal the Musical, where I served as a music director. Behind the scenes of the confab was full of joy, laughter, and stories. Na Piari Beloxi. Nwandu Alayande, a creative director whose art continues to speak even in whispers that are beautifully loud. Every story she tells carries purpose and heart. Join the book launch of Loud Whispers on the 25th of October 2025 and grab your copy.
Some storytellers don't just tell you stories, they create worlds. And one of such storytellers is Mrs. Alayande. I remember the first time I walked with her on the stage. It was on The Confab, a hilarious theatrical depiction of Nigeria. The chaos, the drama, the beauty, the humor, everything perfectly captured on stage. And that was just the beginning. From A Feast of Empty Plates to Gal, The Maiden, The Law, and The Aftermath. Every story she told pulled you in completely. Her characters were not just names on a page. They came to life. They made you think, they made you cry, they made you laugh. And now she's done it again. This time not on the stage, but in a book. Loud Whispers, a collection of short stories. Stories full of twists, emotions, and moments that will stay with you long after you've closed the last page. It's the same magic we saw on stage, this time in print. If you love stories that make you feel, make you laugh, make you reflect, then this is a book that you don't want to miss. Because when she writes a story, you don't just read it, you experience it. You can pre-order your copy using the link in the caption, or you can go to a page and check a bio where you also find the link. I've made my own pre-order. Mrs. Alayande, I cannot wait to read Loud Whispers. So guys, go and click on the link in our bio and make your own pre-order now. You will not regret it.
From the Blue Blood to Gal the Musical, The Maiden, The Law, A Feast of Empty Plates, Just Because, The Confab. These are some of the incredible stories I was privileged to be part of in theatre productions between 2014 and 2019. Each production carried its own heartbeat, its own truth, stories that connected deeply with audiences and left lasting emotion in the room. Some of us got nicknames that till today we are still called. And what ties all of these incredible productions together? One brilliant mind, Mrs. Nwandu Alayande, the writer and director behind every single one of them. Now she's about to bless us again, but this time through pages instead of stages. Her new book, Loud Whispers, a collection of short stories, it's on its way. And trust me, I can't wait to grab my copy. I still remember the emotional waves we saw ripple through the audiences. Laughter, tears, joy, reflections. Those stories made people feel. And if Loud Whispers carries just a fraction of some of the emotional depth we saw in those stories, then trust me, we are in for something truly special. And to Mrs. Alayande, I really can't wait to see what whispers loudly from your new book. Fingers crossed.